My brother and sister had to go and take all the guns from the house and hide them and just to keep me safe because I was at a really serious stage. I planned on how I was going to do it.
Brooke Gardner was only 11 when persistent feelings of hopelessness put her on the verge of suicide. Her parents took her to a psychiatrist who prescribed medication, but it did little to alleviate her despair.
Really just numbed me. It made me, I didn't have any thoughts or really feelings anymore. Kind of just walked around like a zombie.
After a year, she searched for other ways to cope with her depression.
I had started looking online about spells and about Wicca and went and bought some spell books. I started doing these spells in my room. I was burning lots of sage and you know, I thought they were positive spells and they were going to help my depression. I thought that by controlling the environment that I could control my feelings.
Performing the spells also gave her a sense of power.
I just wanted to connect to something more powerful. You want to be bigger and better than a lot of the people around you. You know, everyone better stay away from me or you're going to get it.
But one night, Brooke discovered the magic she thought was helping her and invited an unexpected presence into her life.
I was sleeping and beside me was this like dark figure and it was like touching the bed and like right beside me. I don't know if what it was doing or why it like had one of its hands on me. And I woke up and I like still felt something with its hand on me. At that moment, I couldn't even scream or make a noise. I was so scared that whatever this was still in the room. You know, after a while, it went away.
Despite her fear, Brooke continued practicing witchcraft, and her condition only got worse.
I didn't feel more powerful. Actually, really more so, I felt powerless, and I felt like a failure. It didn't make me feel any better than what I was. It just got me deeper and deeper into depression.
Brooke lived with a debilitating depression for 3 years, going on and off various medications. Then, when she was 14, she woke up one morning to find something had changed.
I told the doctor, I said, listen, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but I no longer have depression and never experience that state of depression or that oppression again. It was gone.
But what remained was her need to have meaning and control in her life. And while she kept casting spells, she also started reading her father's dusty King James Bible, hoping she might find some answers there.
I read in the book of Leviticus how God's not pleased with people who practice witchcraft and practice that kind of thing. So that's what really gripped me, really believing all my life that it was okay to do those things. So after that, I took all my books, everything that I had that had to do with it, and I threw them all in the trash and just turned away from all of those things.
A short time later, she was watching television and discovered a program she had never seen before. It was the 700 Club.
I'd hear some of the testimonies of miracles and healings, and it just kind of opened my eyes to this whole other place of what I really desired and wanted inside. And so after watching it several times, I would pray with Pat on the TV and ask Christ to come into my life.
Brooke called the CBN prayer line to confess Jesus as her Savior.
It was something I'd never experienced in my life. It was, for once in my life, all the sin that I had in my heart, all the stuff that I've ever done was forgiven. It was just a complete change. I would look at a flower and be like, wow, like I can't believe God created this flower. I felt a complete release and just a huge weight taken off of me. And I knew that I was right with God.
She found a church and started attending. Soon, her family started going with her, and one by one gave their lives to Christ.
That was just an amazing experience to see your parents for the first time. Just have a joy that I've never seen before, you know, in them. And pretty much everybody in my family has received Christ and is serving Him today. And I really am a product of the ministry that the 700 Club does on a daily basis.
Brooke realizes now that God's hand was on her, even when she didn't know Him.
I looked back at those times where God was in those moments. when I woke up that morning and didn't have depression anymore, I knew that that was God healing me and healing my mind and healing that oppression that was on me at that time.
Brooke attended Bible college and today runs a music cafe that ministers to children and youth. She has the peace of mind she always longed for and a hope that never fades.
He died so that you can have forgiveness, you can have restoration with him in a relationship. There's no greater choice or decision that I've ever made in my life than to accept him into my life as my Savior.